those. Well, I just made it Swamp River off the Rengo Road. I guess I'm gonna get my kayak unpacked and camera gear ready and head out on the river and see if I can find a moose. Well, I got all my gear packed up, camera equipment, fishing equipment, and then coffee and snuff, so I'm set to go. It's a little after 9:30 and we'll go out and see what we can find. I'm about 4 miles south of the landing, and river splits into a fork here. So I'm taking the one to the left. It looks like it goes about maybe 1.5 miles, 2 miles as the crow flies. The other one probably went about 1 mile. So things were going good, and then the wind changed, and I've been bucking the wind for the last half hour, 45 minutes, and no moose. I just had 3 otter out in the middle of the river watching me. I was able to get out my camera and snap a couple pictures from a little farther away. Hopefully they turn out all right. I think so far I've seen 8 otter. We've gotten to the point where the river's starting to narrow up, so the tree line is starting to get a little bit closer to the shoreline. So with that, I'm hoping maybe a moose will be sitting along the edge eating, but there's not a lot of green vegetation, so my hopes aren't too high. Well, I've reached the end of where I can go. I can't go any further. There's a couple little fingers that maybe run 100 yards off the end here, but don't go anywhere, so I made a little loop around kind of a island here, but it's pretty small, and that's about the end of it. By what I can tell by looking around and looking at the map on fishing graph there shows that I'm at the end too, so. Well, I'm gonna start heading back towards the boat landing. I've come 6.3 miles. I'm guessing that's how far I'm gonna have to go back to unless something changes. I took off this morning about 9:45. It's 1:15 now, so I've been on the river for 3.5 hours. Seen lots of ducks, no geese, a few sets of swans, some eagles, no moose, 8 otter. But we'll see what the return trip back, maybe bring something better. Probably do a little fishing once I get closer back to the landing, and then decide if I'm going to camp at the landing or go somewhere else. I just got back. The sun is shining. It looks like a beautiful day. But about the last mile, I hit rain, or maybe the last 3/4 of a mile. But just before it started raining, a moose came out into the river, and I got to see it. I took some pictures of it. I don't know if they turned out because it started to rain. I take a few pictures, paddle a little closer, take a few pictures, and kept doing that. But it crossed the river and then it disappeared into the brush, but it was still quite a ways away from me when I was snapping pictures, but I guess we'll see what we got. At least I got to see a moose. It was pretty fun. So I'm standing up on the road, looking down towards where the landing is. The truck's right down there on the corner. But this is the one side of the river. And then here's the other side. Monster pike. I just got to Otter Lake, off the Otter Lake Road, Rengo Road. I found a spot just up from the landing that I'm gonna camp on, and I'll see if I might fish in the morning. So I got my wood set up, get ready to start a fire. I brought my big match with. Let's see if we can get a fire going. Seemed to work. Just like that, we got fire.